Alright, now this video is going to be a bit, unscripted because, well, I'm too lazy to script it right now, and to be honest, I felt like I should make the response as soon as possible. So, my feelings about this new Star Wars movie aren't the most popular. I'll say that, but they're also not unpopular. I didn't like it, and in my own opinion, I honestly downright hated it. I didn't hate all of it, bear in mind. As a whole, I hated the movie. If I were to give the movie a rating, it'd be 4 out of 10. And that doesn't make sense, I know. Hated it and 4 out of 10 don't really go together, but it really lies in the implication of the direction that we're going to be going in. No, this movie will not be about the forced humor. It will not be about porgs. It will not be about most of any of that. I don't care enough about that to hate a movie over, even if I think porgs are the Star Wars equivalent of minions. So, the movie is taking Star Wars on a path I don't like. And that's not change. I'm perfectly okay with change before you dislike bomb this video. I'm fine with change. And if anything, I feel like this new Star Wars didn't change enough for me. And I'm not talking about similar themes or similar events to Episode 5 or the old movies at all. No, I'm just talking about as a general theme. I didn't think there was enough change. I'm going to go into spoiler territory now, so you're warned. But just to establish, for those who haven't seen the movie, I personally didn't like it. I won't go into why without spoilers. So, spoiler warning. I think that was ample. So, we're going to talk about spoilers now. The main reason I actually hate Star Wars is sort of common. I don't hate Star Wars, sorry. I hate the new movie. I really don't like Rey. I really don't like her at all. And before anybody says, it's because she's a woman. It's because she's a woman. That's not really it. It's kind of just because she can do anything. You know? She can do whatever she wants. And I know, I appreciated that she struggled a little bit more, at least a few times in this movie, but overall, she does a lot of things without earning them. She doesn't earn what she does in this movie. She seems to be on par with Kylo Ren. Still. Even when Kylo Ren is... He's not shot with a bowcaster in this one. You could say that much. And I like that Kylo Ren was way better in this movie. But Rey is... They don't fix her in this movie. Nothing is explained as to why she's such a do-it-all. She can do everything. I know the term Mary Sue comes to mind, and everybody says that's a sexist thing to say. But it'd be the same thing if the character was male. It wouldn't be any different. I would still dislike the character if it was a male character. It's entirely in the fact that Rey doesn't earn anything. She does. She's able to do it all without earning that. Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy, he was our hero, but he didn't have it all. He was a whiny brat to start out. He earned what he got. And even in the end, he wasn't a do-it-all. He still struggled more than Rey, I feel like. He wasn't perfect. I feel like the issue is Rey is damn near perfect in some ways in this movie. She can just do so much, and it doesn't really make sense. I guess you could... I mean, I don't see any argument as to how you could say it makes sense. She may be a powerful Force user, and I'm fine with that. If you want somebody to be equivalent to the Skywalker bloodline, you know, as they said, light or darkness rises and the light to meet it, or light rises and the darkness to meet it. I don't remember how it goes. But that's what Snoke says, and that's fine. That makes sense. I get it. I get that she's a powerful Force user on par with Kylo Ren. Maybe even more powerful than Kylo Ren, although I think on par would be the most fair thing to say. That's fine. But Kylo Ren, you have to understand, has been training and training. He's been training to be a Jedi, and then Snoke's been training him. He's been learning. He's an amateur still. He's young. But he's actually training. It feels like he's earning what he's doing. He has a struggle. His character isn't two-dimensional. It isn't perfect. That's why the only parts I felt like I really, truly liked in this movie were the parts with Kylo Ren in it. I really liked Kylo Ren. And they did well with him, but Rey still felt broken. I don't know why they did what they did. I mean, I'm not going to try to say that there's some kind of agenda, because frankly, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this. I wish they would make Rey make sense. The thing that really most angered me, though, was the ending of this movie. They had a lot of great changes going on. I liked that Snoke died as early as he did. I liked that Kylo Ren killed his master. It felt raw and emotional, and it felt real. But they just threw that away by the end. You know, he said that Kylo was trying to get her to join him and see that, you know, the light and the dark, they're wrong. You should look at it in balance, and that the First Order and the Resistance should be destroyed. And then Rey doesn't join him. And it's like she realized nothing. The whole underlying message of this movie, I thought, was going to be neither side is right, because they keep making these wars and they just want power. Whether it's light or dark. They want dominance. And that would be the case. They're these two sides that are constantly fighting over what seems like control of the galaxy. Even if you're a light side user, you're still doing that, it seems like, in this universe. And my impression was that the movie was going to be about balance, and I thought that Finn and Rose would make that realization too. I actually was fine with the Finn and Rose thing. I was fine with that entirely. A lot of people had complaints about that too. Overall, I was okay with where the movie was headed up until the end. I was okay with the new balance idea, but it feels like that's gone now. I don't see how they can fix it in the next one. It feels like it's just going to be the good guys win again, and I don't want that. It's really just boring. It's the same. People are saying you don't like Star Wars because it's changing. That's not the case. I wish it would change. I really do. And then there are a lot of other issues with this. Some of the CGI I felt like was bad. Princess Leia scene, or General Leia, or whatever. Jesus, that was... I laughed audibly in the theater when I saw that, along with my friends who agree with me on this, on what I'm saying here. We all agreed that they were going in a good direction, and they threw it away. I don't know what they're going to do with General Leia. They killed off all the old characters almost, and she's one of the only characters left, and her actor's dead. That was comical to me. Like, why did they do that? That I didn't actually see the reason for keeping her. I don't know. I watched the movie last night, by the way, and yeah, that was a mess for me. Sorry if this is so informal. I don't have a script. But yeah, no, it didn't change enough. There wasn't enough. It was changing. It was changing and changing, and I loved some scenes. I really enjoyed the hyperdrive thing. I enjoyed Snoke's death. I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed the direction it was headed, where Rey wasn't a perfect character. I enjoyed the message that both the Resistance and the First Order aren't good. They're both buying from these war dealers. These, war for profit sort of message. I thought that that's where it was going, and it didn't. It didn't go there at all. There was no message. The message was hope. I didn't get that from this movie. Where is hope in this movie? That doesn't make sense. The movie was a jumbled mess for me. I don't know. I was okay with the change. And I wish people would stop saying that, there can't be any change. I don't even think that's the main complaint. I've never talked to anybody who said change was the issue yet. I've talked to my friends about it. I've talked to other people. They all think around the same thing I do about Rey, about not dedicating to what they were actually going to go forward with in the movie. If they went forward with the change, it would have been different. Also, Luke's death, I don't know how I felt about that whole ghosting thing. You can influence your objects around you, but you are, I don't know, it's a weird ability. I won't complain about it too much. It's hardly a glaring issue, but it felt awkward. A lot of this movie just felt awkward. They tried to do something, and they didn't dedicate to it, is the message. Is what I got. Not a message, but I got this message halfway through the movie, and I thought that this is actually a really good movie. This might be my favorite, and they stomped it to making it, I don't know, potentially my least favorite Star Wars movie. I left that theater disappointed and angry, and that's not an exaggeration. I felt like this partly ruined my childhood. It hurt badly for me. And I'm not going to stop liking Star Wars, but I'm very disappointed. That's really all I have to say. If you enjoyed the movie, fine. That's okay. I don't really see how, but you can enjoy what you do. That's fine. But I wouldn't say criticize everybody for disliking it, because I'm getting a lot of people have their criticism of my opinion here. It's very invalid, because they'll tell me that I don't like change, and that's, once again, it's not the case. So, thanks for watching this. Hopefully I'll get a more formal video out eventually. I do plan on it, but thanks, guys.